Hello everyone and welcome to Paddock Chatter, presented by the National Guard. Hi, I'm Greg White, and I want to get right into it with AMA Pro Racing. There's a couple charities that are going to be going on during some AMA Pro Racing events or surrounding AMA Pro Racing events. This weekend, WERA and the 4-hour endurance and the whole cycle jam is going to happen at VIR, followed by the AMA National the weekend after. During both of those events, MRO is putting on a food charity drive. So if you have non-perishable items to bring to the racetrack, canned food, bring it and donate it. Last year they raised 400 pounds. We're hoping to blow that out this year. There's more information about it on the blog page. Also, Pat Clark Motorsports. The entire thing with Ben Bostrom's leathers and Chris Clark's leathers and the bodywork from the R1s that they used at Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca is still up for auction. About a day and a half left on that. And the more you spend, the more that Rett syndrome research gets. More information about that on the blog as well. Now, speaking of Ben Bostrom, I spoke with him just a little while ago, and Ben had surgery on his thumb that was bothering him so bad that he hurt in a wreck earlier a couple weeks ago. And he said that the surgery was pretty brutal, but he's healing up nicely, and he is expected to be at VIR this weekend racing the WERA 4-hour endurance with teammate Chris Clark. So we'll get a chance to talk to Ben then, maybe get a little bit of video with him, talk about the surgery some more. But he does have some hardware in that joint, so wishing Ben the best of luck in his travels, and hopefully it's pain-free. A quick note, 1998 750 Supersport champion and current team manager for the Jordan Suzuki team, Richie Alexander, got married last weekend. Jason Pridmore was in attendance, along with a lot of friends of Richie's, local friends who race up at Loudon, New Hampshire. And that was a great wedding, so congratulations to Richie and his new wife, Kimberly. Now, earlier in the day, I had a chance to talk with Roger Hayden. Of course, Roger races for the Petruccini Kawasaki team in World Superbike this year. Had a chance to race the LCR Honda at Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca, and will race a Honda in the Moto 2 coming up at Indianapolis. We had a chance to talk to Roger a little bit about his season and get more information on what's going on with Roger, so here's a little bit of that.
I'm actually back in Owensboro. Got back from England last night around 6 o'clock, so I'm home for a day and a half, and then it's off to Barber for a 2-day test with the Moto 2 bike. So pretty excited about that, just because for us we'll get to kind of see where we're at a little bit, because we can compare times to 600s that's been to Barber before. So it's going to be, I think, a good 2 days for us.
Like, could you explain to people the Kawasaki thing to the Honda thing and World Superbike to Moto 2 and to GP, what that whole thing's about?
Yeah, for me, it's my contract is through Petruccini, not exactly Kawasaki. So all I have to do is, I talk to the team, and the guy one of the main guys on the team, he used to race bikes, race World Superbike. And, he understands where his team is at. It's a family team. They just, it's a passion for them. They don't have a big budget. They're small. I mean, it's not that, they have millions of dollars and they're just keeping it in their pocket. I mean, they spend every penny they have. They love bikes. It's a family thing. Mom, dad, brothers. I mean, it's the whole deal. And he knows that I want to go to the next level and, want to move on, and he's not wanting to hold me back. And as long as I keep doing a good job for him, I think, on the World Superbike, I think he's going to be okay with it. So it's not that I have to get permission from Kawasaki, but I have to get permission from the guys at Petruccini.
All right, final question, if you can talk about anything or anything, what are the rumors about you for next year? I mean, we're talking staying in World Superbike, MotoGP. Is it wide open? You have nothing going on? Is there anything you can comment on at all?
Right now, it's pretty wide open for me. I just want to go somewhere where I can get on a really competitive bike, and when I go to a race weekend, I have a shot of doing, really good. And I don't care if that's AMA, World Superbike, Moto 2.
And I'll be posting in a couple segments the full interview, which was somewhere around like 18 minutes with Roger, so keep checking in on the blog. A few days ago, a press release came out about 16-year-old California native Elena Myers, the only woman to ever win a professional race at the AMA level, about her opportunity to test a MotoGP Suzuki after the final round in Valencia. Now, a lot of people are making a big deal out of it. Is this like a tryout for a MotoGP ride? Is it just a PR stunt or whatever? Well, I wanted to ask Elena about it, so I spoke with her just a few moments ago, and here's how that conversation went. A couple days ago, press release comes out about you testing some MotoGP bike or something or another. Why don't you give us the rundown on that deal?
Yeah. I guess one of the guys from talked to some of the guys at Road Racing World and said that they wanted me to come over and, you know, meet the guys and sit on the bike and whatnot. And you know, I didn't really think much of it. Just like, wow, this is really cool. I get to see it on GP bike. Like, that was like one of the excitements of my weekend. But they mentioned something about, you know, me riding it. I'm like, I thought they were kidding, but then pretty much a press release comes out saying that, you know, it's kind of it's a go. So I don't know. I think it'll be really cool. Just ride some laps and have a good time. You know, it's just come here, ride the bike for a few laps. It's going to be during the PR day, so it's not an official test or anything. I just I think it'll be a lot of fun. I mean, what an opportunity of a lifetime. Just spin some laps, see how it is, and just, yeah, have a good time.
I mean, obviously, it's way down the road, right? It's going to be in October sometime.
Yeah, it's actually right after the Valencia GP.
Okay, so that happens.
First week in November.
Right. Oh, November. Okay.
Yeah.
So, let me ask you this question: are you nervous about it, like right now, thinking about it? You know, like, I mean, you've seen and heard the stories of the power and the brakes and this and that. You know, any type of reservations about getting on that bike and just twisting the grip? Or what?
Well, a little bit. I mean, of course, it's quite an expensive bike, but I think it's just a motorcycle like any other bike, and you know, you twist the throttle, it'll go faster. You know, brakes work probably just more phenomenal than anything else. But I mean, I'm nervous for sure, but I'm not scared of it or anything.
If you have any questions or comments about riders, you want me to ask them some questions, you have some pictures with riders that you'd like to see up on the blog, whatever, send me an email, greg@amaproracing.com. This weekend, I'm at VIR. On Friday, racing the 4-hour endurance with DNA Energy Drinks. Mark Crozier on the 848 Ducati. We're doing it just for fun, to have some good laughs, and Mark having to retire this year from racing because he's running the race team. So we thought we'd get out there. It's a local race for me, and just go turn some laps and have some great fun during the 4-hour. If you're around VIR this weekend and want to come out, check it out. But the endurance race will be on Friday, and of course VIR the weekend following that, which you can catch on Speed. So go to speed.com, check out more information about air times, and make sure you show up to the event, get your tickets and all that good stuff. Thanks for joining me here on Paddock Chatter. I'm Greg White. Got to get out of here. I'm in Connecticut right now. I got to drive all the way back down to North Carolina so I can throw a leg over the motorcycle on Thursday. See you next time. Bye-bye.